A lot of interesting news heading into the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view now that Roman Reigns is out of it. WWE already teasing a major breakup and feud. And more. This is Restaurant bringing you today's top 5 wrestling news and rumors. So make sure to subscribe if you're new to always be up to date on pro wrestling, and let's get right into it. And it looks like it's official. Roman Reigns is indeed going to be taking some time off, as he is now not scheduled to wrestle at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. As we talked about before, Roman Reigns is not advertised for any TV events or house shows in July and August, beginning after June 24 edition of SmackDown until Labor Day. However, he is advertised to work Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. WWE next Peacock special is Hell in a Cell on June 5th in Chicago, and by updating the poster of that event, WWE made it clear that the Tribal Chief will not be at the show. As we talked about before, it's likely that Roman Reigns is going to be filming a movie or just going to have some type of Hollywood commitment within those next 2 months. As for what's going to be happening at Hell in a Cell, well, WWE is pushing Cody Rhodes as their top star for the event. That new promotional material for the show took out Roman Reigns and simply put Cody Rhodes in there right in the middle. No matches have been announced for the show, but the likely main event will be Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins inside the Hell in a Cell, as their feud is continuing, and this is going to be the third big match and likely the final one to completely end this feud, at least for the time being. All of this just once again shows just how much stock WWE is putting on Cody Rhodes right now, and rightfully so. He is clearly their top babyface. Talking about top babyfaces, Drew McIntyre is obviously leading the charge on SmackDown, and now with Roman Reigns gone, there is a lot of concern. It feels like the SmackDown roster is facing a bit of a crisis because there isn't really a lot of other heels besides Roman for Drew McIntyre to go after to sort of make the show important enough. They can't really do Drew versus Corbin again. People are already sick of it. They could maybe do Drew versus Sheamus and Sheamus faction at the moment, or Drew versus the Usos, but as reports indicate from the Wrestling Observer Radio, they don't really have a lot of depth right now. They seem to be scrambling to see what to do, at least on the weekly shows on SmackDown, without the Tribal Chief. Their top champion right now is Ricochet, and let's be honest, they really haven't done a good job of booking the Intercontinental Championship or even the US title on Monday Night Raw. Without the main 2 titles on the show, without Roman on Raw or SmackDown, I think this is the perfect time for WWE to give something significant to the IC title and the US title heading into that next pay-per-view Hell in a Cell. Make it a priority that whatever big feud you are doing right now heading into that pay-per-view, it involves the title. That's why it probably would have been a good idea to give the US title to Cody and then put him in the main event of Hell in a Cell inside the Hell in a Cell against Seth Rollins for the title. Now that is a matchup that doesn't need the title, but if you have the title in there, again, you put significant on those secondary titles. And on SmackDown, of course, just give Ricochet something significant to do. The IC title hasn't been defended in a pay-per-view since last year's WrestleMania, so just think about that. Let's talk some AEW and what happened after it went off the air, as they made sure to send Long Island happy by having the hometown Hook take out the ultimate heel, CM Punk, the guy that is only a heel in Long Island. Danhausen was able to make CM Punk come out after the show was done. Hook happened to be there and he refused to let go of CM Punk's hand after a handshake, so he went on to hit a T-bone suplex and then locking him into the Red Drum submission. It looks like CM Punk is going to continue to play a heel in Long Island, as previously, of course, they didn't like him very much because he was feuding with MJF, who, as we know, Long Island loves him. And last but not least, we're talking about something that a lot of us probably missed on Monday Night Raw. We got to see RK Bro successfully defend the Raw Tag Team titles, but there was a subtle hint of trouble within the team, and this might be WWE already planting the seeds for what we know is gonna happen, and that is RK Bro breaking up. Late in the match, Riddle did a tumbling dive off the ring apron, and he meant to hit Montez Ford, but Montez Ford moved out of the way, and Riddle crashed onto Randy Orton. Corey Graves then called this a rare miscommunication by RK Bro that almost cost him the match, and this is common WWE practice. As soon as they start throwing the miscommunication line when it comes to a team, we already know what's coming up, and that is a team breakup. So if they are heading that direction already, do expect some more subtle teases every single week. We know that the plan has always been for Riddle and Randy Orton to split up and of course start a feud against each other. They were never set to become a team to begin with. They were just supposed to team up once or twice, but then Vince McMahon changed his mind, and here we are a year and a half later. I love the team, but I'm also interested to see how that Matt Riddle versus Randy Orton feud is gonna turn out. And Randy as a full-fledged heel once again might be something that the Monday Night Raw roster needs. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Let's go ahead and hit those 100+ likes. Stay savage, and I'll catch you on the next one with more wrestling news.